in the past few weeks, the price of BNB has been skyrocketing at a very fast pace, and a lot of you have been wondering what is the right way to profit off of its ecosystem. In today's episode, I will be teaching you how you're going to be able to make $1 million or even more by taking advantage of the Binance super cycle. So as you can see, Binance has got an ecosystem. Number one, you have to understand the correlation between Binance, PancakeSwap, and its meme coin ecosystem. So a lot of you guys are actually sleeping on PancakeSwap because a lot of these trades, as far as the meme coins are concerned, are going to be taking place on PancakeSwap and a few other decentralized exchanges as far as Binance meme coin ecosystem is concerned. Now, a lot of you might be thinking, well, the current market cap of Binance coin is very, very high at this particular moment, and there's absolutely no way you are going to be able to make significant gains as far as investing in BNB is concerned. However, if you are going to be trading, actively trading meme coins, right, you still rely and need BNB, and this is one of the reasons why a lot of you are probably going to be using wrapped BNB in order for you to have access and exposure to a lot of these meme coins. However, there is a very, very good opportunity. As you can see right over here, right, we do have PancakeSwap, which is obviously holding a lot of the meme coin ecosystem. So if you go to Dex Screener and if you select BSC, which is obviously the Binance Smart Chain as the primary ecosystem, you can see that a lot of these trades are actually happening on PancakeSwap. Okay, so this is one of the reasons why I really believe that people who are sleeping on PancakeSwap are definitely going to lose out. And if you take a look at the graph of PancakeSwap, right, it's just beginning to take off. And there's a lot of opportunity because the previous all-time high reached as high as $36, and the current price is around $2.93. So step number one, have a little bit of exposure to the Binance coin. This is obviously inevitable because you're going to require BNB obviously in order for you to continue enjoying the meme coin ecosystem. Step number two, make sure you've got exposure to PancakeSwap coin, which is obviously Cake. CAKE is obviously going to have to be in your portfolio. Once you do this, these are the safest strategies in order for you to have maximum exposure to the BNB ecosystem, because this is your entry point. The other thing that you have to understand is having an entry right around these areas. Look at this amazing chart. Okay, so it has been around since 2020. It's obviously survived for the past 5 years, which is obviously half a decade. So there is obviously a very low chance of it absolutely going to zero. Okay, so if you take a look at the current right over here, the current technical analysis as far as this chart is concerned, right, this is obviously a very good area to take off. So if you take a look at all the indicators, obviously we recently had this ginormous drop which went to about $1.50, which is obviously was a very good entry level. So the people who went in around these levels were extremely lucky. So you are obviously not going to have the privilege of buying it as low as this level. So this is one of the reasons why anything close to $2.70, this over here is the highest node. This is where the distribution point is, and this is where we're obviously going to be able to have a very good takeoff season. So if you go to the 3-day time frame, of course, this is absolutely beautiful, and we are beginning to regain our top levels as far as Cake is concerned. So this is one of the reasons why dollar cost averaging at these levels is going to yield you very good results. And worst case scenario, let's say for example we end up retesting $1.50, right? All the way down to these levels, you can dollar cost average. So you've got very good opportunities. So just count for inevitable situations where the price can go lower, and just keep that risk appetite minimal at this particular moment, because in case we end up dropping as low as close to $1, then you obviously have very good opportunity to have the fairest entry. It's all about having a fair price point entry when it comes to these particular cryptocurrencies. So what am I doing? I'm obviously scooping up a lot of cake at these levels because I really believe it's about to take off. So now that you guys understand the reason why you need to have BNB and PancakeSwap in your Binance trading portfolio, right? You now have to go down to the basics of meme coin scalping, meme coin scouting, and just basically looking for the best meme coins that you are going to be investing in. So as you can see, it is extremely overwhelming. It is extremely there's going to be a lot of analysis paralysis because there's a lot of coins that we need to take a look at. So the first thing that you need to get familiar with is go to dexscreener.com and make sure you select the BSC ecosystem right over here. So once you get over to this particular level, right, it's going to give you a brief overview of all the data, and this is going to be very overwhelming. So what you're going to look for is look for the coins that have established a very strong community, coins that have got very good volume, and coins that have got like a never ceasing community driven type of atmosphere around it. So basically you're going to be looking for the OG meme coins that are representing the Binance Smart Chain ecosystem, because these are the coins that are going to most likely be the go-to when it comes to everybody who's trying to have exposure to the Binance ecosystem, the Binance meme coin ecosystem. So when you come to these levels, right, when you come to Dex Screener, of course, you have to be familiar with your filters. Make sure you understand what you are looking for. For example, subdivide your Binance meme coin portfolio into several categories. Let's say, for example, you subdivide your Binance meme coin ecosystem portfolio into three: high caps, mid caps, and low caps. Do not really gamble a lot on the low caps because these are obviously going to have a very high probability of rug pulling, scamming, and just basically dying off. So what you're looking for are the high cap coins that have got high potential to continue pushing further. Okay, so you are going to be looking at the token age. You're going to be looking at the transaction number of transactions and also the volume. So right now over here, right, we do have LO.Forge. This one right over here has been in existence for the past 5 months. The current market cap is like way above $500 million, 570K, and these guys are consistently marketing it because it is being boosted. So those are the opportunities that you want. You want a coin that has got very good stats. The transactions, the volume is very important. So in order for you to gauge and compare and contrast other meme coins, right, when it comes to the Binance meme coin ecosystem, you have to keep in mind the best performer, the top 10, or rather the top meme coin. So for example, if you take a look at the stats right over here, right, LO.Forge, it was created about 5 months ago, and the number of transactions is about 37,000. The volume, 24-hour volume, is around 660K. So if you ask yourself a question, take a look at Tora, which happens to be top 2, right? It was created 6 hours ago. It has got about 24,894 transactions, and the volume is about 5.7 million US dollars, while the makers are only 5,230. Do you honestly believe this is normal, this is organic, this is sort of something which is going to be able to sustain itself? So if you take a look at Tensori, right, honestly, looking at these stats, I'm really looking at it with side eyes, because this is obviously something which is going up way too fast, and I wouldn't really be comfortable with these types of stats, owing to the fact that the highest performer on BNB has got lesser stats than this. So this is obviously artificially inflated, and this could obviously end up to be very bad. But of course, things happen, so you just do a little bit of more probing and check out what's happening. So let's take a look at LO Forge a little bit more. So let's get in there and see what's going on. So if you take a look at this, the liquidity providers on this one, it doesn't really show much. There's no liquidity providers. It has got about 2,888. And yeah, overall the stats are pretty funny. And this one started pushing, recently, about a month ago on the 7th of August. So it has just had parabolic rises. So basically, people were just gravitating towards the longest existing coin. So obviously, the meta is going to change, and each and every day there's going to be like different metrics that are going to be popping up, and so on and so forth. So what you're looking forward to is having the most authentic, genuine product that has got very good stats, as close to being natural and realistic. You get my point. So this is one of the reasons why you have to look at all these coins and see what's happening. And primarily just go for coins that are like less than 50 million US dollars. So market cap. So if you can see here, the market caps are very all over the place. So this one right over here, for example, is occupying the 12th spot right over here. It's called CRYPTOHYPE. It was created about 4 months ago. The number of transactions are 18,678. The volume is around 3.9 million US dollars. The number of makers is around 7,259. The market cap is around 40 million US dollars. So these are the coins that are going to obviously have like more people backing them up. And take a look at these stats. The number of holders is around 56,914. The liquidity providers are about 7. So this to me is more of an authentic community driven type of project. Like the stats are not really artificially inflated. This is like real close to realistic stats as you can get. You understand? So obviously, such type of a coin can end up doing very well. So you further probe it. You look at the social media. You look at the Twitter. You look at the website. You just basically see what these guys are doing. So yeah, let's go check out what Twitter is all about and how the community is performing. So in this one, CRYPTOHYPE, in comparison to the previous coin that we checked out, right? From the get go, I was very skeptical about the last one that we checked, because the stats were not really adding up. But if you take a look at these stats are pretty good. Okay, so those are the steps that you can take in order for you to like figure out, okay, this could obviously end up doing very well. And of course, you pick such projects, like CRYPTOHYPE, projects that have been existing for a little bit of time. They have shown much more tenacity and the ability to continue thriving, and the community behind them. Then you just sort of invest in maybe like 10 of those. You go to mid cap meme coins. These are meme coins that are going to be between 20 million to about 5 million US dollars. And then you've got your degen type of meme coins that are going to be like under a million US dollars. But when you go under a million US dollars market cap, this is going to be very dicey for you. It's going to be so overwhelming, because there's a lot of high probability of you losing money on most of them. However, if you do find those 1 out of 1,000 unicorns that can end up doing like 1,000x, then you get to recoup your money. But what I believe in is, I always believe in, practicing the best proper risk analysis. And this is one of the reasons why I'm probably going to be gravitating towards the high cap to the mid cap meme coins as far as the Binance meme coin ecosystem is concerned. So if you take a look at the stats right over here, and social media presence, there's a lot of activity, there's a lot of interactions and engagement when it comes to a lot of these CRYPTOHYPE type of posts. So that really gives it more life and more firework, or rather firewood, in order for it to like continue pushing up. So these are the coins that are going to end up going to like a billion US dollars. So if CRYPTOHYPE ends up pushing from about 52.8 million US dollars market cap all the way to about 800 million, you could literally make like a 20x. You get my point? So this is one of the reasons why you have to play the game extremely well and make sure that you understand what you're doing. So I really hope that you guys understood the breakdown of how you can really capitalize off of the Binance super cycle. Number one, get exposure to Binance, because by any means necessary, you're going to have to rely on Binance in order for you to like get exposure to these meme coins. So you need to have BNB, Pancake in your portfolio. These are a must-have, and you can go a little bit more heavy in terms of having exposure to Cake, because Cake is guaranteed to do very well. It's gonna go absolutely parabolic. As you can see right over here, we are literally just about to have a super major bull run, and the breakout is going to happen like in the next coming 3 months. It's going to do like a 10-20x guaranteed. Then you have to get exposure, of course, to the meme coins themselves. Make sure you go for the top 10 to about top 20 meme coins. Have a little bit of exposure. Make sure that the community is legit. Make sure that the projects are alive and they've got very good stats in terms of the overall architectural build of these particular meme coins. And then lastly, you can also gamble on the meme coins on Binance that are just being newly created and the ones that are below $1 million. However, just use like less than 1% of your portfolio to gamble on these. So yeah, that is my super strategy as far as Binance meme coins is concerned. So if you guys are really excited, I'm going to be sharing a lot of these amazing, very risk-free type of trades as far as Binance meme coins is concerned. So you guys already know that I'm a big fan of CRYPTOHYPE. It's ranked number 12 right over here. I'm sure by the next 3 months it's going to explode and a lot of people are going to make money. So feel free to join my community. My community is absolutely free. My Telegram link is in the description. If you guys really want guidance and help on how to just basically navigate the crypto world, meme coins, you name it, just feel free to email me. So that's all I had for you. It's been your boy Muna, aka Crypto Hype. Talk to you a little bit later.